Hey guys, just want to give you my thoughts on Rings of Power episode 5. I'm going to try and keep it brief, but this episode was interesting because it had some super um, high moments and it had some kind of low moments where I'm not sure what the writers were thinking or what their point was. So let me get through what I like first. I like where a lot of the characters are going. I like that Galadriel has had to learn a little bit more humility to a point where she had to apologize to Halbrand. Now, I don't know if that is sincere or if she's just doing that to get him to do what she wants. We'll see what happens there. And there's characters that I wasn't liking before that I'm liking more and more, like Halbrand himself. Towards the end, just jumping there with spoilers and everything. Him suited up in armor, and Galadriel suited up in armor, ready to leave Numenor, ready to bring the fight to Middle Earth. And that was kind of a good moment there. Isildur, I can't say his name right. I know he's a long-time Tolkien original creation, but I still can't say his name. He is getting more and more interesting as a character, and I'm liking that the when we get to Arandir and to Bronwyn, the people that they're trying to lead are, you thought there was going to be this big final stand against the enemy, but what happens? Half of them go and join the orcs, and that's really interesting. Um, I wasn't expecting, they had a history of turning against the forces of good, but to actually see it, that's turns into something totally different. It has a really dark moment where one of the humans has to um, pledge their loyalty by killing another human to Adar, who is also a very chilling villain. Things I didn't like. I also liked, let me say, that the stranger has words more than he groans or just one syllable words. He's starting to make sentences. I was very afraid they were going to pull out for the whole season that he wasn't going to be able to really communicate. And I thought that was going to get old. So him having even basic language is great. Things I didn't like. I don't like that they're kind of flipping things now because of things that happened where Nori seems to be distrustful of the stranger because he accidentally hurt her. Now, that may not be where they're going, but if they go there, I don't like that he finally got the trust of the other Harfoots, and now he's going to lose it from Nori, it looks like. There's also another confusing part there, and they may not go in that direction. I'm hoping not, because that just seems like just added drama that didn't seem necessary. I'm hoping that they're able to kind of work it out, and it's not going to be like now she's saying he's a danger while everybody else likes him. Um, I like seeing that he has some power. That makes his story more interesting, but it also wounded him. Um, uh, I did not like at the beginning. You have the stranger and the Harfoots, and it was just part of the Harfoots. It was Nori's family and her friend, and they seem like they're alone, and then all of a sudden they catch up with the other Harfoots, or at least a couple of them. I'm assuming the other ones are around, and I'm just like, how did that happen? Were they traveling alone before? Did I make a mistake? But it seemed like they were alone before, and they even said, "Oh, it looks like they came through here" or something like that. But then all of a sudden they caught up, and it seemed like they should be farther behind. So I'm not sure what was going on there at the beginning. The other thing that I kind of questioned was with Arandir and Bronwyn. Bronwyn gave this great speech, well, not a great speech, a decent speech about basically standing against the darkness and whatnot. And then Arandir comes back and they learn a secret of the sword and everything, and that it may be what the enemy wants. And then Bronwyn's ready to give up. I'm just like, that was kind of a big change. So once again, it kind of felt like, why are we doing this big change? I'm sure it's just to add drama. It kind of undercut her character, like how she's been sort of a leader up to this point, that she's like, oh, well, I guess we give up now. So that was kind of a little bit out of the blue, I felt. But overall, I am liking the series, and we'll see what happens next. Let me know your thoughts.